I've been investing for around 4 months now, trying to retire early. If you've seen any of my other videos, then you'll know that I would like to retire in around 16 years' time. I've got a fairly hefty mortgage. I pay money into my pension. I also invest in the stocks and shares ISA. Now, I have two series running, and so I'm investing both £100 per month into an early retirement fund, but I'm also doing £10 into a different company every week throughout the whole of 2026, which will obviously allow me to invest at £520 throughout the course of the year, and I'm basically using a different letter of the alphabet every single week to do that. If we review those two pies in my Trading 212 account, my total balance is £491.64, and it's fluctuating now, and that basically accounts for £42.09 that I'm holding in cash from the weekly investments. And then I've just made my monthly £100 per month investment. So the two pies I have are the Marking the Money early retirement pie. So if you go on that, you can see my current balance is £399.11 and a total return of -£1. Inside of that pie, I have 1p of cash, £357.46 of the Amundi Prime All Country World Distribution Fund, and that is the cheapest ETF I could find that covers most of the world. And then the other 10% of that pie, as it's allocated, is in the iShares physical gold. And if you've been paying any attention to the price of gold and silver recently, then you'll know that that has been quite a wild ride. Gold was up massively up until the last week or so when it started to come back a little bit more. So you can see there, of the £400 I've put in, I've lost about £1 over the course of 4 months. And I've just made my fourth investment this morning. Now, the plan for this particular pie is that I do £100 at least from now until around October, November time, when my mortgage comes up for renewal. Now, when we first took out our mortgage, the interest rate we got was 4.89%. And thankfully, the Bank of England base rate has had several cuts since then. And fingers crossed, there will be several more cuts between now and October or November when we need to renew. If that happens, even if it stays where it currently is, I think it will free up somewhere around £300 to £400 per month, but I'm hoping it's going to be closer to 450, maybe £500, and I will add all of that into my monthly investment. So you're joining me fairly early in this, and if you wanted to invest along, then you're not actually that far behind in terms of my total portfolio value. So welcome along if you are planning to do that. Now, in October, as I said, I will increase that to probably £500 or £600 per month, and that will really start to ramp up. I did a video recently as well where I'm talking about how I want to retire at 57, which is almost 16 years away for me, and it feels like I'm a million miles away with these portfolio numbers, doesn't it? But I'm going to build a tracker and we're going to show what that progress looks like on a monthly basis. Now, back to the second pie. The second pie is the Marking the Money A to Z Investing Challenge. And as I said at the top, it's basically me going through the alphabet twice throughout the year. So I've just done today's, which was the fifth one, which is the letter E. And the winning fund for that, or the winning stock for that, was actually ExxonMobil. Now, on my Instagram, I put up a story most Sunday evenings with kind of 4 that I've shortlisted, and I'll just go with whoever gets the highest votes. And Exxon won quite handily in that vote. So you can see there, I've got Alphabet for A, BP was B, Compass was C, and then Walt Disney, despite it beginning with W there, the actual ticker code is DIS. So I'm taking that one as a D. And then ExxonMobil actually hasn't gone through. So as of the time of recording this at 8:43 a.m., the New York Stock Exchange is not open. So I've placed my order for ExxonMobil, and once that goes through at around 2 o'clock or maybe 2:30 p.m. UK time, I will then go into my pie and import that in. So you won't be able to see the fifth one because I'll edit and publish it before then. But they are the 5 companies sat in that pie currently. Let me know what you want from this particular series. I'm going to try and do a monthly update on my stocks and shares investment portfolio. I can dive more into the funds, although they're not going to change from month to month so much, or I can dive more into the companies. Let me know in the comments below and whether you think I will be on track for early retirement. See you in the next one.